Okay, I'm going to do a video on the turn signal controller and the blinkers. I guess not the blinkers, the hazards. So the way the John Deere 4210 is set up, and I believe they're all like this, all the 10 series, is that there is this little control box which has some relays in there, and the main point of this control box is to have a flasher relay, obviously, for your hazards, and then to be able to control the left turn signal and right turn signal when the hazards are on, or if they're not on, just to use that relay for a left or right turn signal. So all that stuff is actually built into this box, which this thing is a very common part that will fail. I've seen it at least half a dozen times fail. And what you want to do, it's underneath the dash. What you want to do, it's going to sit just like this in that hole where it comes through. So you're going to pull the top handle part off. There's a screw that's in there. 9 times out of 10, you can't get that screw out because it's going to be seized inside the shaft. And so what you want to do is just take a drill bit and drill out the top of that screw, and then you can pull the handle off. So if I show you what that looks like, you pull the handle off, and then only then you can really get to that the nut that actually holds this onto the dash. So from underneath, you're going to pull these screws off on top. There's 2 here, and then there's 2 here in the front of the dash panel. You pull the dash panel up, and I have to take off the left side panel as well, because with the steering wheel and the adjustment that they have in place, you really can't get your hands in there very easily. So I took this panel off. There's a couple of screws, one on top, one on the bottom, and then I took off this fuse cover panel, which is, again, a couple more screws. And it's about 15 minutes to get this whole thing apart, where you're kind of looking at that type of thing, and that's including the drill time to drill off the head of the screw. Then what you want to do is just take this this nut, you want to unscrew that with a pair of pliers, and then the whole thing's going to come down from the back. There'll be a connector. Just wiggle the connector gently when you go to pull it out, because the plastic on the connectors will be brittle on the wiring harness side. So just kind of be gentle with it. Pull that out. Then you'll have this in your hand. This is a part you can go online and get through John Deere. I think it's about 90 bucks for it. And again, these are so super common. I think I've done 6 of these, and every time I get a machine that doesn't have hazards or turn signals, I just know it's this. I don't even test it. You could test all this. You can run voltage through the back. You can test continuity, all those things. But there's about 7 pins, and just being the way these are, I always just replace them, and they always are just bad. So that is a very common thing on the John Deere 4000 series machines. All right, and that's pretty much it.